Hey Pisces, welcome to Honeybird Tarot. I'm Shan. Thank you so much for joining me again for your July 1st through 15th general reading. Before we get started, I just want to say please follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and please check out my website. All the links to those are in the description box below. And let's get started. So I'm going to use the OKANA Oracle to get an oracle message for you, Pisces. And everything is pre-shuffled. I just still like to shuffle a little bit on camera. Excuse the fireworks. Well, Pisces, you got two. Okay. So the first one you got is honesty. With the tongue, one can destroy the town and save the town. Control the tongue. Okay. So this is about being honest, but not brutally honest. You don't need to seek to hurt or offend or put anyone down when you're telling the truth. And you also shouldn't allow that to be done to you. Okay? And the next card you got is hearth. You were born to be the head and not the tail. Okay, so I feel like that is talking about ridding yourself of any mindsets that might keep you stagnant when it comes to trying to manifest abundance or anything else that you would want to manifest in your life. You have to recognize that you were born worthy and able to manifest those things. But I'm going to check the guidebook just to see if there are any additional messages. So we got honesty and hearth. Okay, so honesty is showing a lack of adroitness and sensitivity in dealing with others or difficult issues. You don't need to give unsolicited advice, unsolicited criticisms, or truth at the detriment of others just to seem blunt. Like I was saying, it's no point in being brutally honest. You can just be honest. You may feel like someone in your life rough handles conversations with you or you with them. But it's a sign of an overinflated ego and it needs work. Okay. And anything else for hearth? Okay. So this suggests a struggle to take accountability for one's own choices, shortcomings, or mistakes. It suggests that there are elements present in your life that you need to stand firm on and take accountability because it's the only way to resolve them effectively. And you want to move, the only way to move into peace is to tackle them as though they are only your problem, not look for anyone else to help, not seek to point the finger or shift blame to anyone else. It's all about taking accountability for yourself. All right, Pisces, let's get into your tarot. I'm using the AKAMARA tarot today. Pisces, please. Okay. All right. So Pisces, I feel like you are juggling something, or trying to bring balance to something, and it's potentially something that has to do with love or romance or something very emotional. There could also be some secrets involved, and potentially even secrets that have to do with money and either commitment, marriage, uh, spiritual beliefs, or spiritual teachings. Okay, so I'm going to go through individually. The first card you have is the Two of Cowrie, which would be the Two of Pentacles. This talks about balancing something, just like you see here in the card. It talks about balancing tangible things. So balancing your job and your home life, balancing raising children with having a social life, balancing anything. It could also be balancing relationships, but it's balancing tangible things that are of worth to you. It could either be about successfully balancing those things and the stress and energy it takes to successfully balance them, or about the danger of them toppling over. The next card you have is Ia Calabash. Ia Calabash is the Queen of Cups. She is unsure about whether or not she should offer her cup of love. She knows that it is a very special cup. Her love and her emotions are different from other people, and as such, they deserve to be given to the right person or put into the right place or the right action. So there's a questioning here about whether or not you are going to offer your love or your emotional cup to someone. The next card you got, Pisces, is Ialawo. Ialawo is the High Priestess. Okay, this is actually the Pisces card. This card talks about having all the secrets, especially the secrets of the moon, which stands for mysteries and things that are not fully illuminated, that we may have a vague silhouette of, but we can't see the details of because there's only moonlight, not sunlight. There are two female priestesses here in the card, and it's interesting that there are two female priestesses represented in this card. In most decks, there's just one priestess here, and it came right at the center of your reading. Pisces is and on either side of the card, you have Ia Calabash, and the next card is Ia Cowrie. So you have two queens here with the card of Ialawo featuring the two priestesses right in the middle. So Pisces, you may be, and this could very well be you, Ia Calabash. That's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. It could be you and some other person, particularly an Earth sign, a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, who may be sharing some knowledge, sharing some type of spiritual secrets, or maybe you're on a journey or a quest to find this information together. But Ia Cowrie, or the Queen of Pentacles, is someone who is very wise about her material abundance and material wealth. She's also very loving and nurturing, very stable, grounded, and down to earth and dependable. Okay. And under the deck, you have the Elder. The Elder would be the Hierophant. This talks about our spiritual systems, our spiritual teachers, the spiritual path that we're on, and taking time to analyze that and see if it is indeed the right path, if we're indeed following and learning from the right people. This could also talk about just needing to communicate and spend time building up your relationships with the elders in your life, whether that is some sort of spiritual teacher, elders in your family, elders in your community. They all have wisdom, secrets, and knowledge to offer you. The moon is here again. Okay, so I definitely feel like there is a lot of spiritual knowledge to be gained for you here, Pisces. All right, let's clarify. I'm going to clarify with the Rider-Waite. That's the Two of Cups here. Okay, so clarifying the Two of Cups, first you got the Fool, and then you have the Page of Wands. So the Fool talks about taking the first step on a new journey. This is the first card of the tarot. This is a person who does not have a lot of information, but the sun is shining bright. They have good luck. Everything before them, they can see what's around them in their immediate vicinity because the sun is shining, but they haven't necessarily gained a lot of knowledge or wisdom within themselves. As you can see, they're about to walk right off the edge of this cliff, and they're not even looking. We don't know how high that ledge is, whether they're going to actually hurt themselves or not, but they don't know either. They're just walking with their head up, happy to be on their journey. Okay. And then the next card is the Page of Wands. This is a message about passion or passionate communication. It's not very mature. Pages are the least mature of all the court card energies. So this could be flirtation or messages about what you want to do with or to someone, or messages from someone towards you about what they would like to do with or to you. And with these cards both clarifying the Two of Pentacles, perhaps Pisces, you or someone in your life is juggling or weighing their options about whether they should take this new path, take this new journey, and possibly they're waiting on some sort of message about passion to help them make that decision, or this message has brought this decision to them to be made. And that could, the person who is sending that message could be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but they don't have to be. Let's be a calibration. So, the first card clarifying Ia Calabash, the Queen of Cups, is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords speaks her truth, and she only accepts absolute truth and clarity from anyone else. That is the sword of truth she's holding. It's actually the Ace of Swords, which came out next. It fell on the ground, and it fell out in the reverse, so I'm going to read it both ways. But Ia Calabash is here, so I feel like the reason Ia Calabash is here trying to decide whether or not she wants to offer her cup of love to someone is they need to come to her with some sort of honesty, some sort of clarity or truth before she will make that decision. And with the Ace of Swords having come out the way I picked it up, it was in the reverse. This is a lie, or something that is still not clear. And if it was supposed to be in the upright, this is absolute truth, a truth being spoken, something being revealed, creating a new opportunity for a new beginning with clarity. So I feel like Pisces, you may be concerned about whether or not someone is going to tell you the truth when they move towards you. And based upon whether or not they are honest, that will give you your answer about whether or not you are going to share your cup of love with them. What's the other one here? So first clarifying Ialawo, you have the King of Wands against Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. This is a very confident, very action-oriented person, someone who is very passionate, and they put action behind those passions. This is a very get-it-done type of person, and they are not willing to, and they are willing and not afraid to burn everything down to rebuild anew. That can be someone who possibly could have a little bit of a temper also. All right. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is about waiting for your crops to come in, waiting for your harvest to come in, and in the meantime, you're in, this is actually, it reminds me of retrograde energy, which we're in a few different retrogrades right now. Mercury specifically is coming to mind. But retrogrades are a time when you stop and take another look at things that you've already begun. You revisit things, you recalculate things, you reorganize things. It's all about So this is the energy of someone stopping to take a look at their crops and see how things are coming in, to see if they need to water something more, if they need to weed something, if something needs some compost or some fertilizer. So it could be that you could possibly be, because there's a fire sign here again, so you could have gained some type of information regarding your relationship with the fire sign, and because of this new message that has come in, or this message that you're waiting for, you are taking the time to stop and re-examine that relationship with that person. Okay, let's see a calorie here. Okay. So the first card you got clarifying Iakauri, or the Queen of Pentacles, is the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords talks about having a plan that you do not want anyone else to know about. It could be because you're being deceitful, or it could just be because you don't want anyone to foil your plan. You're trying to keep it safe. But either way, this is sneaking, doing things in like a secretive manner, not being fully forthcoming about what's happening. But the sun is shining in the background here. So I feel like someone's plan or someone's possible deceit is going to come to light. And it's clarifying Iakauri. So that could be an earth sign person, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or it could be an air sign that is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. And the next card clarifying Iakauri is the Ace of Wands. This is a new passionate beginning, or the opportunity for a new passionate beginning. It could also be about sex, but maybe someone is planning to have a new passionate beginning with someone, and they are just being kind of secretive about this process, or secretive or sneaky about how they're going about it. But that would make sense, this new passionate beginning, with us having the Fool here. So I feel like one person is planning for this new passionate beginning, and Pisces, it seems like you are the one who is not sure about it. You want to see how things go, or see what truth is brought to you first before you make a decision. And under the deck, we have another 5. Under the first deck, we had the Hierophant, which is a 5. Under this deck, we have the 5 of Cups. This is someone being in the energy of regret and remorse for having spilled these 3 cups here, and they're so regretful about having spilled those cups that they don't even realize that there's 2 full cups still behind them. Okay, so perhaps someone is needing to talk to an elder or get some spiritual advice from a spiritual teacher in their life about this regret that they feel, perhaps over maybe a love that they lost, or that has come to a halt or a stalemate, that they would like to have a new passionate beginning in, but there's some truth that needs to be told first. Okay? All right, Pisces, I hope this resonated for you. If it does, please let me know in the comments. I love getting comments from people, and I always try to respond back as soon as I can. Please follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Please visit my website, and I will see you guys for your next reading. Pelu Ife, with love. Bye-bye.